just got a couple builds to go over with you. Gonna do like a winner's choice waffle here later. And I did three variations. I've got three of these straps. So did three different style builds, all the same kind of theme. All dials that made a while back. So let's just get into it. So might be a little bit longer of a video, so hope you packed a lunch. But did a couple different, if you remember my RA88 straps, did a couple different radioactive elements. Actually, although this is, it's not a radioactive element, this is a nod to Cherenkov, who in 1958 discovered electromagnetic radiation, which is blue. So now they call it Cherenkov radiation, but decided we should do a blue bund strap. So here is the blue strap, Cherenkov 58. Radioactive logo down there at the bottom. Then I hand painted this dial. In a nutshell, I didn't mix the paint very well. I let it sit and let it sit, and then I dipped into the deeper stuff and the lighter stuff where it was runnier and thinner, and just painted it, and got a good looking light and dark set in there. I did a custom painted seconds hand that almost ghosts into it decently perfect, right, in those dark areas. Happened to have already done a blue cerakote, and when these were sitting on top of each other, it was almost perfect match. So whenever my phone takes pictures, it kind of like makes one darker than the other, but I did sit them on top of each other. Did a black insert on it, black handset, just basically a continuation of the pips around, black cerakoted crown with the radiation logo on there, brushed case. You saw the exhibition case back, stainless steel movement holder, black rotor. Did a black buckle on the end. And then over time this will work its way in, but whenever I fold them, I just make sure I'm putting equal pressure to kind of keep that on there. But folds up nicely. This is Horween leather. It's nice and soft, but it'll get more and more comfy. So we made the thickness the same as the thickness here. So this is the same height. So bund strap height and that are nice and smooth with each other, if you can see that. So that's this build. That's going to be one of the options on there. As I go over on all builds, these do not have a clickable bezel. They have a tension ring. I put this one on nice. Oh man, this one's on there really freaking tight. Alright, so it'll turn, but this type of bezel doesn't have a lot of clearance when you're putting it on there. Man, you're not going to accidentally bump this thing, I can tell you that. I can barely move it by hand. So you can move them this way, you can move them that way. They don't click. Next, now you might have this bund. The bund is, it's, please just focus. You can see it's clear, right? So not too terribly in the way. But this is an automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it on a watch winder. Actually, it might be a little tough on a watch winder because it might be a little thicker. It's not too terrible. I mean, it's the spec, right? So made it like a millimeter larger, but it actually probably should go on there. So to wind it, you're going to back off the threads from the tubes. You're going to hear it clicking. You hear it clicking there. Focus, please. At that point, you can wind it. So winding it is turning it that direction. After a while, you get like that on the side of your finger because you wind so much. And this is the only watch I work on. So now, if you keep your fingers against it and you wind it back and forth like this, you can keep that good distance where you're not threading it back on and you're not pulling it out to that first click. So winding it this way is winding it backwards towards you isn't doing anything. But there's reversers to make you not overwind it. Also there's no issue with you going back this direction. It's a lot easier than just doing this, because when you do it like this, if you're not holding it perfectly away, you're going to start threading it on. So you can do it nice and quick, holding it away. So if you do this for about 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, you will keep it rolling throughout the day. If you do it for something closer to like what I'm doing, you're going to max out that 31-hour power reserve, and you can't ever wind it. So if you pull it to the one and only click, you can now set your time. It's not a hacking movement, so it's going to keep rolling. And just kind of pull it straight when you're doing it. If you let it fall into this area here, you're not winding and you're not setting, okay? So just keep some tension on it. You have a wobble crown, so it'll go left and right. It's got essentially like a little ball joint in there that's flexing, so that you're not putting a lateral pressure on that stem. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 3:38 p.m.
3:38 p.m. Also, that wobble crown makes it to where it's nice and easy to push right back over and thread down. So that is that build. So that build is going to have some color matching beads with it. Let's shift these off to the side here. So color matching beads with it. It's going to come in, I wanted to do a blue box, but I didn't have any blue at all. It's going to come in this silver one. Silver also goes with it nice and well. It's going to come with a blue microfiber, blue watch, I say blue watch cleaner, watch cleaner. Now this label is blue, but all of them will be blue. Leather strap care, that's good on this whole strap. This is good on this whole watch as a whole. Keeping it clean. This is keeping that leather strap soft. And then some fine scratch remover. This is in case you get a scratch on the glass, you can put it on there and buff it out using that microfiber. Generate some heat with your thumb, fill that scratch up, and then just kind of like buff it clean. Just use as much as you need. You're going to have some that soaks into that rag, and you're going to start pushing it around the dial because it's not going to be able to go in anywhere if you don't have scratches all over it. So just use what you need. So next one we've got a green one. This one is Moscovium 289. Logo down there, same kind of setup. Logo down there. I had to move these up so that whenever you're wearing it, you know, it should pop through here at some point. Same thing. This is nice and smooth along it. We've got a silver one with the logo on there. Did a brushed case, did a brushed bezel on there with another continuation of these accent markers on there. This is green, but I did this mix of drab green paint and some lume. So to go with that radiation kind of theme, we've got some dirty lume in there. So hopefully you like that. So strap, we've already kind of gone over the strap. We've all gone over winding it, but just so you can see, same scenario. See, you can hear it clicking. You see I'm keeping my fingers spaced, putting it against that to kind of keep it in the same location. You'll get better and better over time with it as you do it. But the front of my finger kind of is going back and forth across this, keeping that space. So 4 seconds before you wear it, you'll keep time. If you do it for something closer to 15-20 seconds, you will max it out. Now, I'm not going to lie, that bun strap does kind of throw you off just a little bit because it's there. But if you're that worried about it, you can put a finger back there, pull back. See, I'm just giving that space. Not going to hurt it. You're going to put it right back into the same way it should be sitting when you put it on your wrist, you know. So, okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 3:42 p.m.
3:42 p.m. So it's kept time, fine. There it is. So there's the green one, obviously with green matching beads. This one's obviously going to have a green logo one. Also come with everything as before, and come in the green box, right? And then last but not least, I'm a big orange fan, so that's why I did it last. Promethium 145. A nice tan leather with orange stitch. Orange stitch. I think it looks awesome. And this is an oxidized dial, so good look to it, right? Stainless steel movement holder, silver rotor. You've got your laser etched biohazard dial here. We have Omega style hands on this one. Then we did a hand painted seconds hand that has the orange drop in there. So we did an orange diver style bezel. This is a polished bezel. So this is still brushed, but this is polished with an orange diver on it. And same setup on this one. Same about a clearance, but you can hear him whining it just fine. So, as I referenced before, so I'm going to make sure these are peachy tomorrow as well. So I'm just going to wind it out a bit. And go bigger ones if you want. If the bund's not in the way, you can really get your kind of finger rolling on these. Pull it out to that one and only click. Set your time. Okay, Google, what time is it? 3:40 something.
3:45 p.m.
3:45, all the way up here. Push it over, thread it down. This one should be easier to turn. Yeah, it's a bit easier to turn. It's not like the other one. And that's the orange one. Orange one's obviously going to come with matching beads and going to come in an orange box. So, and then that one will come with the orange microfiber, watch cleaner, weather conditioner, scratch remover, each one of them. So those are the three builds. The new line of straps in your olive green, your navy blue, and your tan. Each of these styles are going to be named the same thing. So all blue will be Cherenkov 58s, all green will be Moscovium 289s, and then all of that tan will be Promethium 145s. So if you like that color, like leather, and you want me to build you one, but you're like, hey, I want white stitching on that, that's not a big deal. I can do that. We can vary up those. But if you like that color, I try to tie that in with the dial, right? So we're not going to give you a red dial and a green strap. So not even for Christmas. You can't have that. It's weird. I don't want to do it. So those are the builds. Hopefully you guys like them. If you want me to bug you something custom and unique, reach out. And hopefully you're watching my build page because these are going up for Waffle. Winner's choice. You take which one you like. So once again, that's the thing at the beginning, right? There's a reference right there to the Facebook page. So if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out. And if you want to continue seeing builds like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Hopefully you like it. Thanks, guys.